We have a lot of empties to get through today. I've been hoarding these for feels like years. I haven't done an empties video probably in a couple of months. I feel like I've been living out of a makeup bag over the summer months, so I haven't really been buying a lot of new products. I haven't been consuming a lot of content, keeping up with new releases, stuff like that. So I actually have quite a lot of makeup as well that I've emptied, which is exciting. Again, I've just been diving into my own collection of products. I haven't been adding much to my overall kind of makeup inventory, so there's a bit more makeup than usual, which is fun. And yeah, there's a lot here, so I'm not going to ramble on any longer, and let's just get into it. So I'm going to just pick off what's on the top. I do have quite a lot of hair products, body, skincare, and then yeah, I think there's some makeup in amongst the chaos. So I'm going to start with this one, which is my Inky Oat Cleansing Balm. I think they have changed the formula of this. It used to be one of my all-time favourite cleansing balms, really nice and nourishing and hydrating, and it is still all of those things. However, I don't know, the formula, the texture has changed ever so slightly, and it makes it really difficult to get the product out of this tube. I feel like you have to constantly kind of squeeze the product around to try and mix it together. Otherwise, when you squeeze it out, you get either just like a very kind of watery, oily mess, and like the balm side is just too thick, so it doesn't actually squeeze out of the tube very well. So yeah, not sure what's changed, but I feel like this delivery method just isn't the one. And I did find that when I cut it open, there was so much of like the really nice, thick, nourishing balm left inside the tube because it just wasn't being squeezed out. So I do enjoy the way that this removes my makeup. I do think it's very effective, but I just wish that they would change up the packaging because it's just not working. Okay, I'm going to stick with skincare. This is the Sunday Riley Good Genes Glycolic Acid Treatment. I really like this. I have discovered that my skin reacts really well to glycolic acid as a liquid exfoliant. I used the Paula's Choice BHA exfoliant, which is like a cult product. It's amazing, everyone loves it, and that's a salicylic based liquid exfoliant, I think. I did enjoy the Paula's Choice one, but I found after a certain amount of time, my skin just didn't really react to it very well. If I was getting texture, that just wasn't combating it. So I've been experimenting a bit more with glycolic acid treatments. This one has been really nice. I find that it just clears out my skin a little bit, keeps any breakouts or kind of clogged pores at bay. It does a really nice job at smoothing out texture. I know this is quite expensive. Sunday Riley is not a cheap brand, but this is an evening treatment that I really did enjoy. Something that is more affordable and one that I really liked and would 100% repurchase is the Bioma Balancing Face Mist. So this has prebiotics, allantoin, and it's basically just a really nice, hydrating, refreshing mist to use morning and evening whenever you feel like your skin needs a little bit of a refresh. I used this typically in the morning. I don't always cleanse my skin with a full-on cleanser, so I find that in the morning, if I just need a bit of a refresh, this is kind of what I will go in with. Really liked the mist as well, and yeah, really impressed with this. And Bioma is a really accessible brand. It's pretty affordable as well, so definitely one to look into. Okay, I've got a couple of hair care products. These look so disgusting. This is the Kristen the purple conditioner. I bought this totally by accident. I didn't mean to pick up the purple conditioner. I think the packaging is quite similar to just their standard conditioner, and it wasn't until I was literally in the shower about to use this, squirted it onto my hand and realised it was purple. And obviously I don't have like colour treated hair, I don't have blonde hair, I don't need a purple shampoo or conditioner to combat any brassiness in my hair because it's not, you know, it's not blonde, it's not light. So I kind of thought, okay, we'll use it, and if it makes my hair do anything funky, then I'll stop using it. But it didn't, honestly. It was absolutely fine. Made my hair feel nice and nourished. Obviously wouldn't repurchase it because it's a purple conditioner, so not really meant for my hair type, but it was fine. It didn't make my hair like change colour or anything, so yeah, I used it up, but yeah, not one that I would repurchase. Another hair product, this is the L'Oreal Restoring Shampoo. I really like the L'Oreal hair care range from the drugstore. It's definitely one of the brands that I will gravitate towards because I feel like, I don't know, my hair just really agrees with them, always feels really nice, and kind of clean, not stripped, but not like overly hydrated and too oily. So this one is for long and damaged hair. I think I actually have one of these in a shower at the moment. So clearly it's one that I like and repurchase. I do have another L'Oreal shampoo as well, so let's just get this one out of the way. This is the reinforcing shampoo. I mean, reinforcing, restoring, I think you could use either one of these and the result isn't going to be dramatically different, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know if the ingredient lists would necessarily be very different. I will put on the screen if there are any kind of obvious differences within the ingredient list, but I feel like they'll be fairly similar. Yeah, really like these two, would definitely repurchase, and L'Oreal, for me anyway, is just one of those kind of fail-safe hair care brands at the drugstore. I then have a couple of, I think I have 3 dry shampoos, which isn't surprising because I do go through dry shampoo at the same rate I go through water, honestly. It's like a daily non-negotiable for me. This is the Dry Bar, oh that's really overexposed, isn't it? This is the Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo. The smell of this, it's not gonna really spray anything out, is it? This smells so nice, honestly. It's quite a kind of men's fragrance scent, which I personally enjoy, you know, I'm not opposed to that. It does leave a bit of a white cast, but I find that because I have dark hair, most dry shampoos, if they're going to be effective, I'm just going to have to massage in for a little bit longer because they typically all do leave a slight white cast. But again, I don't mind that because in my head I feel like, okay, it's going to be a little bit more effective and absorb a bit better. So yeah, this one was really nice. A bit more expensive. I still think that the classic Batiste is like my holy grail and the one that I would always repurchase, but this one was nice to have. Speaking of Batiste, I do have one here. This is a Christmas packaging one. I'm not sure when I must have picked this up, but it must have been hiding in my drawer or something. And then I only just got around to using it this year. But yeah, there we go. They'll probably start releasing the Christmas packaging again now. But yeah, Batiste classic dry shampoo, cannot go wrong. Really cheap, really effective, and I think this is still just the best dry shampoo that there is. The last dry shampoo that I have is from the brand chlorine. This is the dry shampoo with nettle, like stinging nettle. And this is formulated for dark hair. I didn't really like this. I love their oat dry shampoo. That is definitely one of my favorites, probably second to the Batiste dry shampoo. But this one, when you spray it, it's like a weird, like orange color. So I guess like a little bit better than a white powder, but for me, I don't know, I didn't really like it. I found that like when I would massage it into my hands, when I would massage it into my scalp, I would have to wash my hands pretty much straight away afterwards. Otherwise my hands would like, go a bit tingly and weird. Yeah, I don't know, I didn't really get on with it. I don't know if it's the nettle in here, but for me this just wasn't the best dry shampoo that I've tried. Definitely prefer the oat version. Okay, another hair product. This is the JVN Air Dry Complete Cream. Is that what it's called? JVN Complete Air Dry Cream, something like that. I really liked this. The packaging, take my advice, squeeze from the top and then like roll the tube down because it's a kind of aluminium like foiled package, so you know I was just squeezing it willy-nilly and it's ended up in a bit of a state. So squeeze from the top and then like fold it down. This is basically a leave-in cream if you want to air dry your hair. I feel like I used this when I blow dried it as well. I mean, it's just a nice nourishing hydrating cream. I found that when I was air drying my hair and I used this, I found that my hair dried quicker. I don't know if that's just like a placebo, like, I don't know, mental thing that I was telling myself, but yeah, I found that my hair dried quicker naturally when I used this. So, like, I don't think it claims to do that or anything, but yeah, I liked it. It was good at controlling frizz as well, and definitely one that I would repurchase. Last hair care product, I think, is this tiny L'Oreal Elnet hairspray. I feel like I've had this in my drawer for years, but I feel like L'Oreal Elnet is a classic hairspray at the drugstore. I currently have the big bottle and I'm making my way through that. Yeah, I do like this. I feel like it's one of the hairsprays at the drugstore that doesn't make my hair feel super crispy, and I feel like some hairsprays can almost like just glue my hair together, and then it's just like so stiff, and you know, you can't brush through it, and it's just, it looks crispy and it's a bit of a mess. This one I really like. I find that you can brush through it quite easily and it doesn't like crisp up or make your hair feel hard. So yeah, do like this. I wish that there were more in shower oils at the drugstore. This is one from the brand Sanex, which again, you can just get in like your local supermarket, Boots, maybe Superdrug, but I'm not sure. But it's really cheap, only like £3 or £4. This is their shower oil. And again, I just don't see many shower oils from the drugstore, but it's a formula that I really, really like. I really appreciate, especially on my legs when I'm shaving, because my legs are just like an irritated mess. They are so sensitive. And especially if I'm shaving, I just need something that's really, really hydrating, that lathers up really nicely. So shower oil is definitely my kind of go-to and what I would prefer to use. So I'm really chuffed actually that I found this one. Really like it. Again, really hydrating. It didn't like lather up. It turned into almost just like a nice kind of milky cream in the shower, but really nice. And this brand is also great if you have sensitive skin. It's hypoallergenic and it soothes irritations and dryness, which is just exactly what I need. Another body product that I have is the Body Shop shower cream and the avocado scent. So this is just a shower gel basically, but it's a bit more creamy, a bit more hydrating. I did like the feel of this. I feel like the Body Shop, you know, they do body products very, very well. Their body butters, when I was in high school, like they were just all the rage. Everyone was using the Body Shop body butters. I do feel like they are nicely formulated. I didn't really like the scent of this. It was like a bit, I don't know, a bit too green for my liking. I know that avocados don't have like a huge scent, but yeah, they do have like a slight kind of greenness to them that I just didn't really care for in my shower. I much prefer like a sweet gourmand, you know, vanilla or something like that, or just an unscented one. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this particular scent again. I don't know if the avocado makes it a bit creamier, a bit more hydrating on the skin, but yeah, the scent just didn't really do it for me. Okay, then the last body product I have is the Tan Luxe Gradual Tan. This is one of my favorite gradual tans. I repurchased this straight away, so I have another one on the go at the moment. Really nice and hydrating on the skin. I don't find that it leaves my skin orange, it's not patchy. I do still use a tanning mitt with it, even though it's more of a moisturizing gradual tan. Just to be on the safe side, I do always use a tanning mitt. I do find that this gradually just builds a really nice natural tan, and it doesn't smell straight away when you put it on the skin, but when it dries down, it does have that classic fake tan scent, which I don't love, but initially, if you were just to smell it, it smells quite fruity actually. It's really nice, but yeah, once it dries down, you do unfortunately have that not so pleasant, biscuity, and not the good kind of biscuits either, a fake tan smell. But I do really enjoy this, definitely one of my favourite tanning products. So I have two deodorants from Mitchum here. Mitchum is definitely my go-to deodorant brand because I'm a sweaty gal and I need something a bit more hardcore. I've tried 1 or 2 natural deodorants in the past and it's just not for me. I need something with a little bit more substance behind it because I do sweat. So this one is the Shower Fresh. This is just your classic like roll on. And then I have one of the like stick deodorants, which is more of a creamy texture. This is just a pure fresh scent. I did repurchase this one a couple of weeks ago and I think I started to get like a weird reaction from it. I can't think of anything else that I would use under my armpits that would give me a weird rashy reaction, but I repurchased this in the Shower Fresh scent, so the exact same one, and yeah, it's just started to give me a bit of a reaction, so I might have to switch back to the Pure Fresh Triple Odor Defense, see if that works out a bit better for me. Okay, I have 3 Murad deodorants, no, I've done the deodorant category. 3 Murad moisturizers. I really enjoy Murad. I am on their PR list, so I do get these sent complimentary, which is really nice because they are a bit more of an expensive brand. So I have 2 of their kind of vitamin C moisturizers. This one is the nighttime version and then this is the daytime version. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I finished these up quite a while ago. I couldn't tell you what the textures are like. I genuinely don't remember. I feel like the daytime one was a bit more of a gel cream, and then the nighttime one is just your like traditional thicker kind of night cream. But I do remember enjoying them because I finished them up. But yeah, that's a bit of a fail from me because I genuinely don't remember what the texture was like. Their Daily Defense Cream, I do actually remember this. This was the most recent one that I have used up from the brand. And this was a really interesting texture actually. It was almost like a thick balm. You had to kind of melt it in between your fingers and then apply it to the skin. I do really like it. It was very soothing. I don't know if this has oat in, which you guys know. I'm a big oat fan. But I know that the cleanser from this range is an oat-based cleanser. But I don't believe this has oat in. I have to look at the ingredient list. It's not listed on the packaging. But yeah, definitely just a nice soothing cream to go for if your skin is a bit irritated, if you've had a reaction to something, or if it's just like particularly dry. Then yeah, this is it's a nice one to have in your stash for those moments where you just really need like a bit of an SOS product. Okay, I've got two other Murad products here. This is the SPF. This is their City Skin Age Defense SPF. I really like this. It's a tiny bit tinted. It has like a peachy tint to it, which I really enjoy, especially underneath makeup. It just gives your skin a bit more of a kind of brightened, like even tone. So I do like that. SPF 50, which is great. Doesn't clog my pores, sits really nicely under makeup. As I said, definitely a really nice one to check out. This one I didn't enjoy. So this is their Correct and Protect Serum SPF. This is an SPF 45. This was like way too silicone-y for me. It had a very odd texture to it that was just, yeah, it felt overly silicone-y, and I just didn't really like the way it felt on my skin. It didn't sink in as well as the City Defense SPF. It just kind of sat on my skin and I didn't really like the feel of it. So that was a bit annoying. Also the packaging, I've still got a bit left in here, but I'm not bothered about finishing it. The packaging is like not ideal because it's quite a thick serum and the pipette just doesn't pick up a lot of the product at all. So I felt like I kept having to like dip back in. And for an SPF, like you do want a pretty decent amount of product to fully protect your skin. And I just found that it was really difficult to get even like a decent amount of product out. So yeah, definitely don't recommend this, but I do recommend the City Defense. Okay, a couple more skincare products and then we'll move on to makeup. So this is a face oil and this is the Alpha H Golden Haze face oil. I really enjoyed this. Previously to this I was using the Charlotte Tilbury one and I much prefer this. It just had a lot more of a luxurious, like I feel like you could really feel the fatty acids, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I don't know, it just made the formula feel really rich and luxurious and just uber nourishing. So I really did enjoy this. The way that I like to use oils in my routine is just mixed in, I just mix in a couple of drops into my evening moisturizer and I just apply it like that. Don't tend to apply them like separately on their own, just because I feel like they can sit on the skin sometimes and not like fully sink in. So I do like to mix it with a moisturizer. That's just the best way that I found to apply them, but you know, you do you, and I'm sure you'll probably get more benefits if you apply it on its own rather than mixing it in with something else. That's just how I found I like to apply it, and my skin enjoys using an oil in that way. So yeah, I do enjoy this. I'm using one from Pi at the moment, their rosehip oil. But yeah, this was a really nice one, really hydrating. So I have two lip balms. This is the Fresh Sugar Mint Rush scent. This is just a mini version, and I hate these mini fresh lip balms because they, oh look, I've still got some left in here, but I think it's probably gone off now anyway. But the actual lip balm bullet is just not stable in these mini lip balm packaging. So if I do like the formula, so if you are wanting to get one, just buy one of the bigger, like normal size lip balms. They always do like Christmas gift packs. You can get a few different scents, but honestly I would just pay like a few pound extra and just get one that you know you're going to enjoy, because I genuinely do feel like the formula is ever so slightly compromised in these mini ones, but maybe a little bit too kind of spearminty for me. but I do enjoy the formula of these, and I've used up quite a lot of these in the past. And then another lip balm I have is from Lano Lips. This is the 101 Ointment. This is another one that I cut in half. I always like to cut these types of tubes in half because you will find that there is a lot of product lurking in the package. This is their coconut scent. Really like this, similar to the Glossier Balm.com in the coconut as well. I love a coconut scent, honestly. And yeah, this is really, really hydrating. I think this is like a multi-use balm as well, so you can use it on your cuticles, any kind of dry patches you have around the body. I just use it on my lips, and I find that it's a really nice hydrating one. So if you watch my Project Pan, you will know that I used up my RMS concealer. I have a bad feeling that RMS are maybe not doing so hot. I feel like in the US, they are coming out of Sephora, and I know that that's not like, oh my god, it means the brand shutting down, but I feel like when a brand pulls out of a major retailer like that, I don't know, it just doesn't give me the best feeling. So I am a bit scared for RMS. I don't want to have like a Becca repeat on my hands, but this is their Uncover Up Concealer. Really, really like it. It's just a really good hydrating daily concealer for me. I used it underneath my eyes, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Light to medium coverage, but just really hydrating, emollient, really great if you have dry skin. 3 Charlotte Tilbury products here. So the first one is the Airbrush setting spray. This is the best setting spray for longevity in my opinion. It really does lock your makeup in place. It feels like a tiny bit sticky when you first spray it onto the skin, but it does dry down, it melts all of your makeup together, and it keeps it there all day long. So big fan of this. Definitely recommend it if you've got any events coming up, or if you just have long days in general at work. I definitely recommend this one. I then have the mini Pillow Talk Lash Mascara. This was really nice actually. Didn't smudge on me, gave me really nice length and definition. I like the plasticky ones. I find that they just really grip every single lash and just give you a really nice defined lash look. I will always buy high-end mascaras in the mini if I can find one, because I do feel like they are a bit better value for money. I still get a good few months out of them, and typically they will expire anyway after like 3 to 6 months. And I do feel like I can get a good 3 months from a mini, so that's a good little trick if you don't want to spend like £20 on a high-end mascara. Often these minis can cost you about 10, so still, you know, expensive for a mini mascara or just a mini product in general, but I do feel like the formulas are really nice, and yeah, I really enjoyed this Push Up Lash Mascara. I've used one other Charlotte Tilbury mascara in the past. I think it was the Full Fat Lashes, and that one like smudged like crazy. I didn't like that at all, but this one was really nice. And then this isn't so much an empty, but a kind of expired product, so it is leaving my collection. So this is the colour Chameleon in Amber Haze. I don't hear anybody talking about these. The cream pot shadows get quite a lot of attention, but I don't hear anyone talking about the colour Chameleon eyeshadow sticks from Charlotte Tilbury. I do find that they dry up quite quickly, and I'm sure you can kind of sharpen them and then try and revive them, but I've had this in my collection for quite a long time, so I figured the fact it's starting to get a bit dry again, I just thought, okay, let's just retire this because it probably shouldn't be going near my eyes. I really like this shade. Let's see if I can get any. Oh yeah, okay, you can get a little bit of colour there. It's just a really nice bronze. It complements my hazel eyes really, really nicely. And when Charlotte Tilbury launched, like a lot of her products were kind of geared towards a certain look or like a certain eye colour. So all of her colour Chameleon eyeshadows, the Eyes to Mesmerize, they were all kind of meant to complement a certain eye colour. And this one even says for brown eyes. So yeah, I did really enjoy this. I do prefer the pot eyeshadows, I must say. They're just a bit creamier, easier to work with on the eyes, but if you want like a long-lasting pencil eyeshadow, if that's the kind of product you like, then you know I would recommend these. And then the last product I have is a brow product. This is the Kosas Brow Pop Brow Pencil. I loved this. I'm currently using up an e.l.f. one, but I would like 100% repurchase this. Really, really loved it. Just so easy to use. The tip is a triangular tip, so it's not a super like microfine fine tip brow pencil, but I quite like a slightly thicker brow pencil. My brows are just a bit thicker and I find that, I don't know, I just find it easier to use like a thicker brow pencil. Has a spoolie on the other side as well, medium chocolate brown. And yeah, I found it was a really good match for my brows. Love the packaging as well, really fun. I like the square component. It's a bit easier to hold because it's not like round and kind of like slipping out of your fingers, doesn't roll off your vanity. So really liked this, was really impressed and would definitely repurchase. So those were all of my empties from the last few months. I feel like 1 to 2 months. There was a lot to get through. I hope this video isn't too long. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.